Amidst the crowd of monsters that kept coming, Uncle Wang stood with his breath catching. His body was covered in small wounds from the attacks, but he still showed his resilience. "A small wound like this is nothing to a warrior like me," he said as he tried to compose himself. Despite his words, the reality was that Uncle Wang was starting to get overwhelmed. Monsters continued to attack relentlessly from all directions, making it difficult for him to defend. Attack after attack came like endless waves. He realized that this situation was too dangerous for all of them. In his panic, he ordered Xiao Xi to immediately go find Jiang Chen. "Hurry up and find Xiao Chen. Get him out of this place right now," shouted Uncle Wang. He tried to protect the exit so they could leave safely. Unnoticed, a huge monster sneaked up behind him. It raised its weapon high, preparing to launch a deadly attack at Uncle Wang. Uncle Wang turned his head in time, but not fast enough to react. The attack came so suddenly that he had no time to dodge. His face turned pale as he realized the danger before his eyes. Just as the monster was about to attack, a loud noise rang out. Jiang Chen appeared like lightning, crushing the monster with a precise strike full of power. "Uncle, are you okay?" asked Jiang Chen in a worried tone. He checked Uncle Wang's condition, making sure there were no serious injuries. Uncle Wang looked at Jiang Chen with wide eyes. "What did you just do? Aren't you a lifestyle class? How could you possibly fight like this?" he asked in an incredulous tone. Jiang Chen smiled faintly and said, "I have a hidden poison barrier skill. Now, go with the others. The rest of the monsters here, I'll take care of." His voice was full of confidence, leaving Uncle Wang both confused and amazed. Xiao Xi and Uncle Wang exchanged glances, mesmerized by Jiang Chen's strength. Xiao Xi muttered under her breath, "Is this what's called God-level skill?" Jiang Chen affirmed, "Go now. Don't worry about me. I'll be fine." He encouraged them to leave the dangerous area immediately. The atmosphere of the dungeon began to change. There were fewer and fewer monsters, and the atmosphere became increasingly tense. Jiang Chen realized that the conditions for the final stage of the dungeon had been met. The monster boss would appear soon. Xiao Xi tried to reassure Uncle Wang. "Have faith in Jiang Chen. He's much stronger than we thought. Don't hesitate anymore," she said. Reluctantly, Uncle Wang took off his sword and threw it at Jiang Chen. "Use this, Chen. Don't break it, and don't forget to return it later," he said in a joking tone to ease the tension. Jiang Chen caught the sword and smiled confidently. "Don't worry, Uncle. I'll definitely return it." With Uncle Wang's sword in hand, Jiang Chen began to attack the monsters with his venom-blending technique. The range of his attacks became wider and more effective, destroying the monsters one by one. Jiang Chen's attacks were so skillful, like a deadly dance. The monsters had no chance to fight back, falling to the ground in a heap. Unsurprisingly, Jiang Chen was known as the best student in school for swordsmanship. His skills now proved why he deserved that title. As Jiang Chen was slaughtering monsters, suddenly a giant monster emerged from the darkness and attacked him. The monster swung its sword with great force. Jiang Chen parried it, but the sword in his hand instantly broke and shattered into pieces. Jiang Chen was knocked back a few steps. He was shocked, not expecting that the boss in this dungeon was much stronger than he had imagined. His mind began to wander, trying to figure out how to overcome this situation. In her panic, a funny thought came to her mind. How do I explain to Uncle Wang that his sword is broken? Despite the seriousness of the situation, he couldn't help but smile a little. The monster was known as the Undead King, a level 15 creature with a terrifying aura of darkness. Jiang Chen felt his pressure increase many times over. Before Jiang Chen could react, the Undead King moved with incredible speed, suddenly already behind him, ready to launch a deadly attack. Jiang Chen, in the last second, called out to Xiao Ju. In an instant, Xiao Ju appeared and withstood Undead King's attack with great ease, making Jiang Chen breathe a sigh of relief. Xiao Ju turned to Jiang Chen with an excited tone. "May I attack, Master?" Jiang Chen nodded, confirming. With a firm grip, Xiao Ju shattered Undead King's sword into small fragments. The purple aura emanating from Xiao Ju's body made Undead King seem small before him. Xiao Ju launched a blind attack, crushing the Undead King mercilessly. The fight ended in a unanimous victory. Jiang Chen stood transfixed, unable to believe that Xiao Ju could defeat the boss so easily. He wondered, does this mean the dungeon is over? Suddenly, a bright blue light appeared in the room, catching Jiang Chen's attention. The light looked like it was gathering energy from the monsters that had been defeated earlier. From that light, a new creature called the Undead Tyrant appeared, a level 20 monster that was much larger and more terrifying than before. Jiang Chen immediately realized that the blue crystal on the Undead Tyrant's body was the source of its power. He ordered Xiao Ju, destroy that crystal as quickly as possible. A fierce battle began. The Undead Tyrant moved with incredible speed, constantly dodging Xiao Ju's attacks. Jiang Chen was shocked. How can such a large creature move this fast? He thought. While thinking, Jiang Chen looked at the surrounding environment. He began to formulate a plan, trying to utilize the wild plants in the area to trap the Undead Tyrant. Quickly, Jiang Chen decided that this was his best chance. He had to try this strategy in order to defeat such a powerful enemy.